Bonjour les enfants! Comment ça va? Ça va bien? Aujourd'hui il fait beau. Hello everybody, how are you today? It's a really nice day. It's a bit changeable. It's a bit comme ci comme ça at times, but at the moment il fait beau. It's quite okay, it's quite nice. So, we've been talking about holidays, travelling and transport, how we might travel to get on holidays and where we might go. So today I thought about just a variation on that slightly, and I thought let's think about the question that we would ask if we were going on holiday, and that would be où vas-tu en vacances? Où vas-tu en vacances? Where do you go on holiday? So this is how we spell that. Where do you go on holiday? Now, the way that we could ask that and the way that we could answer that can vary, just like in English. We can say it in different ways. Now, because in French we have to think about the tense, we have to think about the verbs and who it is that's performing that action for the verb. So I've just chosen a very simple way of answering this question, 4 or 5 different ways, very simple way that we could hopefully learn together. So let's remind ourselves of the question. Où vas-tu en vacances? Où vas-tu en vacances? Where do you go on holiday? So it could be that you say, je fais du camping. Je fais du camping. Like me today. I go camping. I go camping. So, how would we say I go camping? I go camping. Je fais du camping. And as we can see, camping is spelled the same as in English. Je fais du camping. I go camping. So, but what about if we said, ask the question again, où vas-tu en vacances? And we wanted to say, well, I go to the countryside. I go to the countryside. So, that would be, I go to the countryside. Je vais à la campagne. Now remember, some of us have done this before. Je vais à la campagne. I go to the countryside. Je vais à la campagne. So, what about if we wanted to ask that question again? Où vas-tu en vacances? Where do you go on holiday? And we wanted to say, I go to the beach. So, je vais à la plage. And if you go to the beach, want to go to the beach? Je vais à la plage. Je vais à la plage. I go to the beach. Je vais à la plage. What about if you go to the sea? So on holiday, you go to the sea. You might say, je vais à la mer. So, je vais à la mer. I go to the sea. One more time. Je vais à la mer. What about if you want to go on, have a biking holiday, a cycling holiday. A cycling holiday. Je fais une vacance à vélo. Now remember, we have done a bike. Je fais une vacance à vélo. I go on a cycling holiday. I go on a cycling holiday. So you might be on your bike. Remember? En vélo is a bike. Je fais une vacance en vélo. And what about, one of my absolute favourites. What about if you go on a city break? So remember the question? What was the question? Où vas-tu en vacances? Où vas-tu en vacances? You might want to say, I go on a city break. So, that would be, je fais une escapade en ville. Je fais une escapade en ville. I go on a city break. I go on a city break. And here, we could add in a preposition. Je fais une escapade en ville avec ma famille. Avec, A-V-E-C, ma, M-A, famille. I go on a city break with my family. So, what we're talking about is a generalisation there, isn't it? I go on a cycling holiday, I go camping. It's not saying I will go or I would like to go. So we're talking in the present tense, just about ourselves. But for now, I wonder if you can remember where I am. What did I say about where I am? Or what I do on holiday? Je fais du camping. So if you want to practice that, you could just pause and repeat the questions. You've got the spelling, You could obviously draw, you know, people cycling as a cycling holiday, beach, je vais à la plage, etc., etc. Whatever you do, I hope you enjoy that. Au revoir les enfants.